Trump urges home builders to boost construction. Why? Interest rates are high. Homes are sitting on the market longer right now than they have been in over the last decade, really. The market's been so elevated, and they want to boost construction. I'm all about it. I am all about it. Construction needs to get boosted. Let me explain why, and let me explain what they're working with to do this. Now, we have to understand the demographics of who we're talking about here. We're talking about the average median home. So those of you guys building in the luxury market or the upper middle class don't really get affected as much by what we're talking about right now, because we're talking about the masses. We're talking about the large quantity of home buyers. 74% of home buyers that are the median and the lower median home buyers. We're talking about the D.R. Hortons, the Pulte's, the Lennar homes, the LGI homes, the Toll Brother homes, all of those guys. We're talking to them, and we're talking about these builders. They're holding lots, or at least our government and our president, they believe that these builders are holding back lots. And the reason why is because the 2008 recession proved it. When the 2008 recession hit, we went from building between 10 to 11 million homes every decade as a nation, and have done so for over the last 70 decades. And we went down to 6 million homes, leaving us with a 4 to 5 million home deficit from 2009 to 2020. Now, if that's not an issue, then how do you justify the housing shortage today? And so what's happened is that the builders do recognize it, and because they're publicly traded companies, and they can push prices based on the lack of availability. Everything is supply and demand. So if there's less supply, there's higher demand. If there's more supply, there's obviously lower demand because more people are buying home. And there's what's called an absorption rate. So people will even ask me about Phoenix for sake of example. And they'll say, Jerome, isn't it overbuilt for multifamily? And I'll tell them, no. It was overbuilt in the moment because too many got built too quick, and people, you just don't wave a magic wand and you have thousands of people move into apartment complexes overnight. It takes time to absorb that. Same thing with housing, ladies and gentlemen. Even if we went out and did everything perfect over the next 10 years, demographics and what we've done with the growth of our population and our abilities to build homes to the quantity that we have at the maximum level, we still have proven that we as Americans cannot supply enough homes in a decade to sustain the growth that our nation has with new babies coming out, or new babies being born. And so, ladies and gentlemen, even if we do everything perfect, we still have an opportunity to take advantage of at least 10 to 20 years of home building at its finest. So let Trump open up the floodgates